오늘 이걸로만 녹화해서
소리 없이 안 되는?
이걸로도 녹.
Hello, my name is 조현근, and I will introduce about full forms, especially about lines. So, to design the whole, we just made three major views from X, Y, Z. So we have to adjust the three views into the 3D surface. So we have to adjust those things until it got intersections. We have to try again. It is hard job, and all the surfaces have to be smooth. There must not have any abrupt change in curvature. There are some mathematics about surface fairing, which is making the surface more smooth. And one of the famous methods about the surface fairing is NURBS, non-uniform rational B-spline surface. So this is traditional method for fairing. We can draw the lines with these tools, or we can use spline. Spline is long and elastic rod, so we can fix some place of the spline with weight. Looking at the spline, when we are fixed, it's shaped like that, but if we release some of the parts, the spline shape changes. This is the visual control for the fairing in top shape. We can see the lines, the length is related with the curvature radius. So looking at the T0, there is some uncontinuous curvature radius here. So this means the curvature is not smooth enough. So, or like this way, is it too long? So doing fairing again and again, finally we can make very smooth curve like C infinity. So with many methods we can generate curve. These are the things we have to consider about for the curve generation. First, there is explicit representation and parametric representation. For parametric representation, it will include various things like dimensions and features. So we can make a simulation or change some of the parts more easily than explicit method, but it is hard to make the representation. For the explicit representation, it just shows the it doesn't have that much data, but just showing the curve shape. And also we have to think about the generation of the curves. We can use interpolation or approximation. For interpolation, we will check the point the curve has to be passed through. But for the approximation, the curve will not actually always pass through the control points, so we have to do many trials for the generation. And these are the method of curve representations. I just introduced the slide from previous slide, and the Hallman spline is the spline which came from the position of each control point, and some different some values like slope or curvature or more differentiated values. This is interpolation method, so if there are too many plots or some plots are positioned in strange method, then it would be result in bad way. And this is Bezier spline. The first control point and the last control point is always on the spline. And when there are just 2 points, it will connect the 2 points. But if there are more than 2 points, there will be a point Q on each line between the points. And there will also a new point B, which moves toward the point we just plotted before. So the spline will drawn as this way. This method of spline needs about n square of complexity, so it is hard to show the complex shape like there are too many control points. Next spline to introduce is basis spline or B spline. This is a base. This has the basis function for the spline approximation. As this is also approximation method, it usually doesn't pass through the control points, but we can set some points, set the spline to pass through some points. One of the main characteristics of this spline is the function formation is each interval is different, so some small change of small area wouldn't give a big effect to the whole system. From this basis spline, the method nerves was developed. Nerves is non-uniformational basis spline, so I don't remember the exact meaning of these three non-uniformational, but I can explain briefly. This spline is made of some control points and curve degree. The curve degree is 1 or any numbers is upper than 1, and so if curve degree is low, then this line would be affected by each point. But if the degree goes high, then this curve will be think the entire shape more priority, but not affected by the small change very much. And also we can expand the curvature to the 2D surface. So we can make some very smooth surface from the nerves. So as this is also approximation method, so the surface will not follow each control point perfectly, but it can make very smooth surface. as varying by hands or just mathematically is very hard. So we can design the hull with computer programs. This is example of conventional hull for modeling. And from the views, we can fill the lines by our hands or automatically by the program. So it can result to the 3D modeling of the hull. And it can control individual parts of the line. And it can change some parameters which was used for making the whole design. So we can see the shape change by the parameter changes. One of the program used for the computational design is Trigon. It requires some parameters like speed or depth or anything. As we input some parameters on the program, it slowly makes the brief design of the hull, and finally it can make the total hull design. And also this program can do a simulation or calculation, so we can know how the boat will turn in deep water. Also, we can do fairing by plotting control points ourselves. There is also another program like this program can make a design similar to CAD, but we can control the line by setting some tangent or how we will control the curvature. This is also one kind of program, and as now it's informative era, and there will be some people who use their own programs, some different programs. So many programs are now connected to each other. So even someone use Trigon and someone use EasyHook, they can communicate each other if the program developer supported about it. This is end of my lecture. Are there any questions?
Slide up. Yes, yes. This is a software developed by a Korea company, EasyHeart. The name of the software name, commercial software developed by a company, small company. They started from Seoul National University. So when I was a student, we have a separate class called ship drawing. But nowadays, CAD program can be used instead of such a pen and pencil drawings. Go up. Can I see Bezier or something? Oh. Trigon is another software name coming from Sweden. Right, Bezier. Right. So, can I see equation? The next slide or right. So, I just want to explain this one. This is a equation of the curve. But you can see that this is a summation of some parameter multiplied by B. B is we call the control point. So simply say this is a weighted sum of control points. Weighted sum. the weighting factor is alpha, right? Alpha is changing, right? Changing to each control point. So if you change this, we call this is a basis function. Basis function B. Basis function. This is a complicated function. Basis function, and then blending parameter alpha. Then you can generate different equations and different curves, including B-spline, Bezier, nerves, and changes are based on these basis function and weighting vector. We call it a blending. Blending means your weighted sum means a blending the control point. So can I see the previous one? Right. So when you move one of this control, this is a control point. This is control. So when you move this control point by the other position, you can change the shape of the curve, because the curve is a blended sum of weighted sum of the control point, right? So it is very good for designers. You can change the shape of the curve, right, by moving control, so that you can make your own idea realization. So that is the power. And one more interesting thing is Bezier was it is a personal name. He was an engineer in France. Citroën is an automotive company, right? He was an engineer in Citroën in 1970s. He developed this. But can I see the previous one? This is no previous slide. More right. There are different names, right? Spline, Hermite, Bezier, B-spline, nerve. Nerves is a very high level, right? Complicated, and that is used for commercial CAD systems nowadays. Right? More advanced one. Right? We start from some simpler splines, right? And spline usually we call the cubic spline. Cubic means third powers. Right? Linear equation is straight, right? And second order is sectional or circular, right? Circular, sectional, quadratic. We could say quadratic. And cubic means third order, right? X power 3. Right? And then linear is a straight line, right? And quadrant, and then there's a gradient. Slope is a first derivative, right? Curvature is a second derivative, right? So you need at least third order to get the curvature. Otherwise, you cannot get the curvature. Right? So this is cubic is the minimum order for engineering purpose. So cubic is important for all the engineering curves and circles. And I will open a course called the geometry modeling in this coming fall semester. 490 something. It's a special topic in but there are several other courses. Anyway, you want to learn more about these things, you can attend this. Thank you. So we can continue discussion.